Mercy Chinwo's former manager, Easy T, has finally responded to her father in the Lord, Apostle Anselm. You guys know that Mercy Chinwo's father in the Lord came out a few days ago to say his own side of the story concerning the rancor going on between Easy T and Mercy Chinwo and Judy K. And you guys, he shared that they've been trying to reach Easy T and he was not reachable, and that he refused to provide documents when the auditors asked for that. He was making it hard for the auditors to do their job, and after a while he stopped picking his calls. That's Easy to stop picking Apostle's calls, and that was how he stopped hearing about the whole matter. And before you know that, the whole thing has gotten to EFCC. So the Apostle asks that he's praying and wishing that they all settle and get over this whole thing and everything is amicable. Anyways, Easy T has come out to respond, saying he is shocked at the kind of things that clergymen, people who are seemingly men of God, can say. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Real Show. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. So where do we begin? Because a girl is tired. The thing right now is Easy T has responded. Easy T is saying that he was not shocked at the response from Mercy Chinwo's father in the Lord. That he's even still expecting more from people who are in the religious community, people who are in the music, gospel music industry, because from the way he sounded, a lot of people are on Mercy Chinwo's side. Obviously, I'm sure that they've had a lot of background conversations or talks before this thing came out publicly. So he's saying he's not even shocked at Mercy Chinwo's papa's response. He knows that more people are still going to come and side their own person. Now, Easy T said that it's important for men of God who hold high positions to settle issues amicably without any form of bias and with a sense of fairness that God teaches us to uphold. He shared that at the first mediation meeting called by the Apostle, the label expressed that one of the artists had been boycotting scheduled events for higher paying engagements and diverting funds into her personal account, contrary to the terms of her agreement. The Apostle remained silent and refused to address, all that was said against that particular artist. Now, he didn't mention names. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me in the comment section, who do you think he was referring to? Do you think this is Mercy Chinwo's shade? Or should Judy K catch her sub? Like, whose court is this ball in? I don't know, because I don't know why he refused to mention names, because this whole thing, suspense here and there. Anyways, let's continue to read what he wrote. He said they held other meetings in the presence of people like Hilda Dokubo. He said the artists were absent, but their husbands were present. So this is like Mercy Chinwo and Judy K, because we're talking about two people here. And he said that the focus of the mediation centered around the catalogue, with the artists demanding the transfer of master rights to them. You guys listen, them. So right now, he's not talking about only Mercy Chinwo, talking about Mercy Chinwo and Judy K, obviously, because now their managers, their husbands were there, and the two of them were not there. So this one is like, what it means is that Judy K and Mercy Chinwo, going by what their ex-manager was saying, are asking for the same thing, that they want the catalogue of, the songs. And according to him, it's not possible because it's not what they signed in their contracts. According to him, they are only entitled to royalties from their songs. According to him, after they found out that was not possible, the conversation shifted to a discourse about auditing. We all agreed to appoint an independent, unbiased auditor that will audit the label's account and Mercy Chinwo's account to establish who indeed was being financially untruthful. However, on our part, we still went on to submit all our books to Judy K's personal auditors to commence the auditing process. Ooh. So he went further to say that he's going to make it very, very clear that even though they've tried to label the label as being fraudulent, that it is not so. No funds, in capital letters, no funds were diverted by Easy Concept. So you guys, is this all that we need to hear? The singular motive is to find a way to forcefully claim ownership of the music catalogue that was created during their term of her agreement with the label, against the clear expression that the company owns the catalogue in perpetuity and will only account to her for royalties. Contrary to the assertion made by Apostle, he was indeed the one who stopped picking my calls or replying to my messages after I kept following up about rescheduling a meeting to appoint new auditors trusted by all parties. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about what we just read. So what it is right now is that Easy T is saying that the case here, these people are trying to shift the blame and say that their money is not complete. But when the main issue is that they started this whole thing as they wanted the catalogue, and those music were produced when they were under the record label. So I feel like if that is what they signed, or more at this point, it is what you signed in your contract. But you guys know that Mercy Chinwo was hinting that, oh, that's not what she thought she was signing. But sadly, it is what it is right now. Contracts have been signed. It's like terms and conditions apply. Whether you did not understand what was there, whether what you thought was there was not what was there. Maybe the person cheated you. The sad thing is that since you signed it, your signature is there. I'm following now what is Mr. ICT is saying, assuming that this is the contract, and now they are saying we want all the catalog, and that is not what they signed. I doubt that somebody can win this in court unless they have proof that this is not what they signed. Maybe the signature was copied and stamped on something else. Maybe if they have that kind of proof, then yeah. It's also possible that maybe that was not what she thought she was signing and she signed. You understand? If that's the case, then sadly, the law is just, life is very, very painful sometimes. It's at this point, it just is giving count your losses and move on. That is what it's giving. Going by what Mr. EZT is saying, you all know that yesterday, before he was talking about what the document said, what Judy K's auditors said. We've talked about all those things. Now we're talking about Judy K's and Mercy Chinwo's former manager's response. This is what he's saying. They want catalog, and when they signed contract said the record label perpetually, forever has ownership of the catalog. This might be painful. This might be like, oh, you are cheating your artists. But sadly, that is why artists now have to shine their eyes before they sign contracts. You remember what Mercy Chinwo said in her concert a few months ago? She said, shine your eyes. So in this case, I'm thinking maybe mistakes were made, and it's just sad that when it comes to contract, it's like you go to rent a house and you don't sign. Whether you did not read the documents well or it was not what the more you look, the less you see. Sadly, you have signed, and it's just going to be what it is. Anyways, at this point, you all know that Mercy Chinwo is saying a different thing, or at least Judy K is saying a different thing, that see, my money no complete. Mercy Chinwo is saying my money no complete, and Oga is saying it's not about money no complete. You all want the catalog and you cannot have it because that is not what you signed in your contract. But you all still know that Oga EZT has not still what they call it. He's been saying they did not steal any money, but hopefully, maybe soon, maybe they're preparing documents. They're going to post their own auditors' report on social media, because people are saying, don't post. This is not supposed to be a public matter. And somebody is saying, oh, he's trying to clear his name. He's a businessman. He's doing business, and he needs to be on the good side of people. So he has to come out and defend himself. People are saying, oh, you're going to court. Why is he coming out to talk when Mercy Chinwo and Judy K are not saying anything on social media? I'm like, if this is how he wants to take his own, let him take it. But I was still expecting that hopefully we get to see like the auditor's report from your own side saying that you are not owing any money, because people cannot come out with auditor's report and say you are owing them money or you defrauded them, and you just use mouth to say you did not defraud them. Please show us that you did not defraud them. Let's continue reading. He went ahead to say that he kept on reaching out to Apostle Anselm, Mercy Chinwo's father in the Lord, and asking him to, set up a meeting, and the apostle said he would get back to him, And anyways, it became apparent that something unimaginable was at play, as I got detained in Ilorin for 9 days. During this period, all my records and books of accounts were investigated, and no wrongdoing was discovered on the path of easy concept. He still maintained that he is innocent, and then throughout his artist stay in the record label, that periodically they would always show them the records of finances and everything, and nobody is being defrauded. It is very disheartening and sad to see that people who God has called to lead his flock will deliberately seek to prevent the cause of justice and employ their hallowed position to make false claims and misrepresent facts of an issue. Our God is a God of justice, and he will mete out his wrath on the party that is being dishonest in this matter. Despite the challenges, Easy Concept remains committed to pursuing a fair and unbiased resolution to uphold justice and maintain the integrity of our contract and our organization. It's a lot. It's a lot. Guys is saying no, Mercy Chinwo and Judy K money. Judy K and Mercy Chinwo say between the both of them over 900 million naira. They don't know where it go. Now where the money they this is giving EFCC or being Nigerian snake taking money from Masorok. Where the money they at this point? I don't tire. Who hold the money? Make come out us and me hold the money. Make everybody rest. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, in the comment section. It's a real show, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.